And I'm listening to the conversations that they're having.
Butts a day. There is no ASMR. It's just ASS. That's all you get when you come this way without a single R, dude. Like, it's just nice try, A for effort, but like
That's what I thought.
On the Masco spot. I just don't have it. I can't do it. I got no BB, no ASMR. I got nothing. I got 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. That's what I do.
Well, we'll leave it up.
Did you hear me on this one?
I can hear you on that one, yeah.
Switch to this one then.
All right, let's try this. All right,
We're gonna do a quick switch.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to progress. That's a big deal of it.
I'm going to my close up, Mr. Yeager.
Now we've got to figure out how to get all of us in the picture.
We'll just have to.
The same ball as like the canister company, right?
Well,
like
well, and you know
the
and you know like what the commentators call it, right? The ball arena. We call it the sack.
Get the hell out of here. No, you
No,
don't.
I swear to God, we call it sack. I swear to God.
All right, I'm done. I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. End the show, Johnny. Go raid somebody. We're good.
We call,
On aircraft last week.
and I'm glad. I'm glad. I was gonna say, I'm glad Coastal gave that lady his 2 inches worth. I mean, 2 cents worth. I'm sorry.
You got Marky bad. I love it. No, that lady, like, she wasn't even discreet about it. No, you can ask Johnny. She, like, literally leaned over John's shoulder and looked at my phone.
Action. Oh, wait, I forgot to do the thing. You gotta do the action. I think of that every time Johnny gives us a countdown. And like,
Well,
scene.
us, you mean you. And that'd be
Me,
my dog.
now,
That's
right,
perfect
yeah.
timing. Hold on. Give
There's
me 2
usually
seconds.
an us here, though. There's usually an us here. I think the rest of us will be here. Well, one of the other of us will be here shortly.
All right, don't worry. It's not just going to be us. It's I believe we have Lucas coming in at some point,
Yes. Yep. He'll be here very shortly.
wherever he might be. All
The
right.
interwebs abroad. It could be
Yeah.
anywhere in the interwebs.
Tonight is no exception. That's for sure.
Fact.
Let me know if Lucas pops in. I just reached out to please review your message.
Good. It's about time we get a little communication. We've been trying to email him for a long time about different things. So, all right. Communication does work the other way. Here is a journalist extraordinaire, an encyclopedia for the ages. Coming right onto your screen. There is
What is going on, bro?
Lucas Bradwell. What's up, buddy?
What is happening?
Nothing. It's been one of those nights.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
I wa-
boys. I am not going to. I'm not going to mention the fact that Lucas, our journalist, our encyclopedia person, is late today.
Our dude.
Yeah. I did not know what was going on. I'm sorry.
Fix your mic.
I
God
was-
damn it, Lucas.
Okay. Hold on here. Let me figure out what the hell.
The man looks flustered. He looks like he just got done like mowing his lawn, taking out all the leaves, and then at the same time running to the store for the milk. Like he looks like he just got everything done.
Marky, I need you to do me a
Yo.
favor.
Yes, sir.
I need you to pay attention to the Discord chat.
I can do that.
I need you to bring in our lawyer friend.
Oh, he's going to be making himself an appearance.
Yes.
Very good. Okay.
So
right,
pay
here we go.
attention to the Discord list.
Soon as he comes in,
Preston, just log into the Discord and just join the waiting channel on the left. And Mark
Yep.
will drag you in.
Yep.
So obviously there has been a lot of issues tonight with everything going on with Charge. Don't worry, you guys will be getting charged. We promise. A lot of technical issues happened during the course of the process of uploading the episode, but RMP is frantically getting that ready for you guys. I have a high-pitched sound, and YouTube says live with restream. Don't you say that to me. Don't you say that to me. Is it really?
was those fighting words? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is there still a wicked high pitched sound?
Why does it say live with restream? Yeah, why am I? That shouldn't be high-pitched. What the hell?
Oh, our friend is here.
Yes.
Our friend is here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Mark, take over for a second while I fix this, because my title didn't show.
Yes, sir. Oh. Should be all right there. Just Johnny's taking care of some business here. Preston, you are in?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yep, there he is. There he is. How are you this evening, sir?
You know, I could be better, but you know, I think we're doing okay.
Good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Jack McCready and Twitch Trap. What's up, Deuterinos? What up over there? So, Mr. Skidmore, what can I do for you this evening that you haven't already done and taken away from all of the rest of us through the last few weeks? What can we do for you, sir?
What can you do for me? I personally just rewatched all of the NRW event now that the new remastered replay was up, and I just felt the need to come on here and make sure that everyone was on the up and up with anything that they might have to say. I didn't want any conspiracy theories getting thrown around in here, you know, without some appropriate legal attention.
You're kidding me, right? We can't. Everybody saw what happened during No Rules Wrestling. It's all on video. You can't it's done. Whatever people saw, that's what they saw. And so anything that we talk about here,
pretty clear.
Yeah, I'm here to make sure that everyone saw what they in fact saw, and no one has any crazy conspiracy theories. I'm just making sure everyone saw their vision was 2020 on these events.
Well, if we could see you right now, it might be a little bit different, because right now, us trying to see something while we can't see you is a little bit like double-edged swordy at the moment. So if you want us to see something,
Can you still hear the high
you
pitched
would
voice?
like us to see
high
with some
sound?
kind of smoke and mirrors trick. Because I don't know about you, but I saw NRW cover to cover. And you managed to instigate the ire of the law himself, D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown managed to come out and actually take care of business at the very end. Did you think that that was directed anywhere else except for squarely on the shoulders of the leadership of the law office? Or do you think he was just trying to be impartial? What do you think your opinion of that was? Would you mind telling us?
Everything is under review, of course, but I personally, I'm not entirely sure. Again, this right off the bat, I'm not entirely sure what you guys saw, but the moment in question,
the video
at the end of the evening, you know, I saw a whole bunch of people there to support their teammates, and D'Lo, in his opinion, made an impartial decision to make sure everyone stepped out of the ring, and we had a fair match between three individuals, which it didn't even happen, frankly. So, you know, what good did that get us?
Well, no, it did happen. It absolutely happened. There was a triple threat match in the main event. But what made you think that D'Lo would even have to come out there and do that and be so impartial to the situation? Why do you even think he would have to go to such lengths nowadays in Rocky Mountain Pro?
Look, the law office was out there to make sure to support our team. We are known as a team. I don't know, you know, we're always out there for our team. There's nothing, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You've got Jason Bravo, who's unhinged as of late. You've got.
Can I interrupt you guys for a second?
Everyone calling them now these days the Big Steak. Those are big meaty hands that need not get involved with such an important match.
He's a big man.
Can I interrupt you guys for a second?
Dustin Yurt. Oh, jeez. Yes, of course.
Mark, can you mute your mic for a second? Give me a minute, it's on a delay. Okay, Lucas, can you do yours now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Has this squeaking noise been happening the entire time, or ever since Preston joined? Because I just singled out Marky and Lucas.
I don't hear anything.
Well, I don't hear it either, but I can hear it through the stream, and chat can hear it as well. There's a loud, high pitch sound coming through. I don't think it's mine.
My YouTube stream sounds good.
Does it sound good?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
You
on
have it
my
up on the
TV.
TV?
Yeah, and it sounds good.
Okay.
I'm not hearing anything.
Maybe somebody has tinnitus. Maybe like somebody listening just has some wicked tinnitus.
I can No, I can hear it still. Through the stream. That's weird. Because I can't hear it
You
through
have
my
tinnitus?
headphones. I can't hear it through my headphones, so.
It's definitely a high pitched stream. Remaster says
All right, let me.
Casanova, it's Daming's steaming head like the cartoon. By the way, Johnny,
What?
brilliant work.
What?
Whether you're hiding it or whether it was accidental, brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Shut up. No one likes you.
What?
I said, shut up. No
I
one
think,
likes you.
yeah, I think he's talking about Casanova.
Oh, well,
Oh, I thought you were
look, I
talking to me.
know- no, I wasn't talking to you.
Oh,
I was
okay.
talking to, I was
Okay.
talking to Johnny Casanova. That the way he won the main event match and is the NRW champion right now, is still his career is now going, and they are tag team championed. They're not tag team champions, but they're tag team championed. Is JK Pop right now, and I don't know, John. I don't know. Okay, because all right, everybody, because he had a cease and desist shirt, he's in the law. I that's a tough sell. We've seen him wear
more conspiracies.
no. We've seen him wear countless different opponents or other people's shirts. We've seen him do it for years now. I don't think that he is law office material. I don't think you could control him, Preston. I don't even think on any human level you could even relate to him. The only human level you could relate to him with is on the dollar signs, and I don't think you could cut a check big enough. I don't think your morality would let it happen. Your morality. I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could.
I don't agree with these slanderous terms, but I'm glad that not everyone's jumping on this bandwagon for conspiracies. So
I didn't know.
No, 'cause I don't think he's
morality
stupid
was a
enough.
slanderous word. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I just don't think Damon, basically, I'll say it in massholese. I don't think Damon's stupid enough to run with you. I'm just going to say it. I don't think he's stupid enough to run with you. I think he's smart enough to see where it goes when you team up with Preston. It's good for a while, but then it ends very drastically in bad ways. And he's smarter than that. He's very
No,
smart.
that's not.
knows how to play by the rules.
I'd like to know how Dylan Anderson feels right now.
Can
Because-
I? Okay, just real
He's been
quick.
screwed twice.
Real quick, so I can address the audience on this loud pitch sound. If you turn the volume down to normal, you're not going to hear the loud pitch. So just don't have your TVs all the way up, and you won't hear it. I will work on that for Sunday now that I have somewhat of an understanding on what could be going on. So I'll be doing a couple tests during the weekend, and hopefully they'll be gone by Sunday. So just turn your TVs or your phones down to not max, and you shouldn't be able to hear it. I just did a test myself on my phone, so that's why I'm getting people that say they can hear it or they can't hear it. So, but anyways, continue. We talking about Dylan Anderson losing the NRW championship? Is that what we're talking about here?
I think we should just start with the beginning of the show. I think we're jumping all over the place. I think we should just. What is this chaos? I thought this was a well-oiled machine here.
Okay, well,
Oh, no. This is
It was all set
controlled
up.
chaos. This is always
Yeah.
chaos.
Yeah.
No, this is nothing new.
Yeah, when a special guest arrives, that I think that we ask the important questions and
Yes.
all right.
guest.
Well, we will be talking about the law office a
Grace
little
us.
bit more. But let's actually get into a couple matches before this show's over, because Charge will be airing tonight. I know it's not airing at normal time. Technical difficulties, which happens. Charge will be up at 9 p.m. Mountain Now time. So that would be 11 o'clock over on the East Coast. So after we're done with this show, stick around on YouTube, Twitch. If you're on Twitch, move over to youtube.com/RMP Wrestling and check out episode 459. We will be going over 459 on Sunday, along with an episode of the Rewind. So that's going to be the schedule for Sunday. Just giving you guys a heads up. We're not going to be talking about Charge tonight because it's going to be on right after us, but we will talk about it on Sunday.
Cool.
How about the Mountain Mayhem match to start off the show? Or start off the show and then trickle in about an hour into it?
Well, it was kind of cool. It was set up in a couple different areas and places, and then they fought their way all the way back to the quarry, which was pretty pissa. Ended with the band playing and Yaden with the big guitar on the back of Big Steak. But no, this was just kind of like just four guys just beating the crap out of each other out in the woods. I mean, that's really what it come down to. There's a lot of feelings between these four. Yaden and Marty going back for years. They've been hanging in the mountains for a long time. So, like, I guess a terrain advantage to the local boys. 110% on that one. And, I mean, we kind of see it early when Montvito took the bridge instead of just crossing, over there. But it let him get behind Yaden, so I guess it worked out well. But, no, just a good old-fashioned beat 'em up. And I think this was... I mean, we can all kind of chime in here. Even you, Preston, if you had something to say about this, this is neutral ground for you. But, like, as a wrestling fan, you have to be in the world and kind of appreciate guys stepping out of their element and just kind of going out and just for the competition's sake of it. But we almost saw Marty Casaus drowned once in this match. And then we saw Yaden come flying off of like a dead tree stump or a big rock, which was pretty awesome. So they're using the terrain, using all of the things around them. And then, like I said, it fights back to the quarry, which is really cool. And then they finish in. And, that guitar strike, there was nothing fancy there, except I'm sure maybe the guitarist in the band is pretty pissed off. He lost a $200-$300 guitar. But Mercury Yaden looked like the Mercury Yaden of old. Preston, I'd like to throw this at you. I'd like to just see how you were looking at it, because I'm sure you were in the back with the group and just seeing how the show was starting. This kind of set a precedent for the rest of the show. How were you getting everybody ready while you're watching people that are like fighting out in the woods and bringing all that back to the arena? How's the feel of watching this, getting your group ready?
Well, I can certainly say it was entertaining, if not an absolute distraction from the focus my team needed that evening. That might be the first point. But you mentioned neutral ground. Well, there's a couple things there. This is the encyclopedia's job, but I do believe this wasn't even neutral ground. I believe one Mercury Matt Yaden had a match here years ago in the same exact location against Severino Corrente, I believe, in that very river. So there was no neutral ground. They had planned. Look, you gotta call it when you see it. They had a plan, Marty and Matt, and they it may not have looked like it was going their way, but they certainly, I believe, had a plan going into that. There was territorial gains for Matt in this one. I think he knew the location better than anyone might let on. And secondly, there's no neutrality for me either. I mean, it's a shame seeing Marty being reduced to such silliness. While I certainly enjoyed watching him nearly drowned, it just reminds me of where he could be had he have never left the law office. He could have been fighting for gold at NRW instead of playing around in the mud with the tortured souls.
See, I would say I would say that they are strong words, but I would say that Marty and Yaden were having a good old time. That Marty seems to be the happiest he's been in years. He was miserable with the law office, and now he seems to be having a good time hanging out with Yaden. And they seem to, they were having a good old time, even fighting in the damn river. You saw after Marty survived getting drowned and Yaden was flying off a damn boulder, they looked at each other and they were having a good old time trying to drown both Vito and Bravo chasing them through the woods. They were having fun. And then the best part for me was coming back to the arena while the band Whiskey Starship was just rocking the house and playing a song, and we're fighting back into the arena, and the band just keeps on playing. How professional are they? And then we get Yaden playing a little tune, the greatest hit on the back of Vito. Gotta love it. It was a good way for Marty to get a little measure of revenge over the past couple weeks with Bravo, trying to get the Moth back and get him into the Tortured Souls. Marty wasn't having any of it, and this was a good way for him to get a little bit of revenge, and it was a good way for Marty and Mercury Yaden to kind of get together. They really bonded over this match, I believe, and I think we're going to see even stronger bond with Yaden and Marty Casals moving forward. They do the morning mid-card show on Twitch every Thursday. They've had a good time with that. These guys are just getting together. When guys get that close, they start to do really good things as a tag team. We've seen it with JK Pop. We've seen it with Choppa City. We
saw we cease and desist. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
hate to admit it, but it's a fact. 100%.
Cookie and Eric Reyes have developed a hell of a bond, and it's part of the reason why they're tag team champions. I'll go ahead and admit that, whether I like them or not. So there we go.
I appreciate the journalism there, and I can actually agree with you, Lucas. Look, the match was entertaining. Who couldn't be entertained by that? That was something you haven't seen, if not before, in a good long while here at RMP. But I think you had a good point. Regardless of how I feel personally about Marty, clearly Matt and Marty, they have a connection, and it's something that I need to be sincerely paying attention to for my client's sake. So I think you're right there. They are definitely a team to be watching.
Someone else who I think you should be watching, Preston, at some point is Marcio Santos, as he unfortunately lost his RMP championship opportunity to Damon Ace in the Bloodsport match right after that.
With a little bit of cease and desist. Yeah. Kind of.
Also, JK Pop as well.
But JK Pop did come out to squash it. Like JK Pop wasn't there to begin with. Like cease and desist decided to put the salt in the soup first, and then JK Pop decided to come back. They ended up nulling each other out, but it still definitely influenced the match, and that I don't understand what Marcio needed out of cease and desist in here. He had his hands, his everything full with Damon Ace for the Rocky Mountain Pro Championship in a Bloodsport rules match, not your everyday match. No ropes, just basically no rules, just submission or pinfalls. I believe were good too, right? I believe it was either. But
no, it was not.
Was it just knockout
or submit?
Knockout or submission.
Knockout or submission.
Pardon me.
Yep.
Right. What cent in the nickel do cease and desist have in this? Please, Preston, enlighten us.
I will give you a little. What do they call it in journalism? When you have a little tidbit of information here, I had it on good authority that JK Pop would be stepping foot out there, and simply my guys went out there to make sure they didn't get involved in the match. And so we were merely doing preventative measures to make sure that Marcio had a nice, clean, fair match. And look, lo and behold, who wanders out? JK Pop. So match didn't go the way we wanted, maybe. But cease and desist. Look, they did what they needed to do. They kept JK Pop out of this match. That's the way I see it.
My goodness, he's the master of spinning. I mean, you spin better than Booker T does.
Oh my God. That is like the teacup ride at your favorite amusement park where it spins so hard you start to puke real quick.
Yes.
That is not the way that the influence went in this match. Cease and desist decided to just be that heckling voice on the outside and kind of stick their scent in the nickel of the match whenever they possibly could. Damon had chirped at him. Marcio had chirped back at him. And it got to a point where then JK Pop had to come out and stop this garbage and really kind of finish it. No. Cease and desist. We're not there for JK Pop. JK Pop came out and dealt with cease and desist. While we were having, and this is taking away from how good the damn match was between Marcio Santos and Damon Ace. This was the hoss fight you wanted. This was the back and forth destruction war. These guys threw everything at each other. They did not need all the crazy weapons and all the weaponry. Damon hit one big power bomb out on the stage. That was huge. And all the matches, the spears, and just the impact alone in the ring, I promise you, was shaking Reyes and Wright's chairs while they were sitting on the stage observing. I guarantee you they were rattled more than a few times by the horses going back and forth in the ring. But in the end, it is Damon Ace that ends up getting the win. Damon Ace is still your Rocky Mountain Pro champion. And, you know, maybe you can explain at the end, where is your head when you see Marcio, a guy who you're trying to entice, maybe would be the word, coax, I don't know, however you describe, but you've definitely tried to butter up a little bit. Did you see the way he mistreated Reyes and Wright afterwards? What's your opinion on that, and how much further forward does that get him in the law office? Because you can't even deny the point that there's interest. You have to say that out loud. That's a truth at this point.
Without making it all about the law office here, because I think we should all focus on how great this match was. Of course.
That's what I was saying.
Look,
right.
Look, Marcio Santos, you know, he's a hell of a get, if you will. He is a premier athlete. He's gone toe-to-toe with Damon. And yes, of course, you know, maybe it hasn't gone our way, or his way, I should say. The fact of the matter is Marcio Santos is dangerous. And he's a hell of a competitor. And we saw a hell of a match tonight. And of course, you know, we've all had, you know, in the heat of the moment, it's a sporting event. And, you know, you don't want to lose. And, you know, tempers can flare. We're not going to sit here and worry and play these conspiracy games about, you know, maybe some heated conversations after a match, but you know, I'm here to look forward, and I look forward to seeing more of this. Frankly,
I look forward to
more. Have
more.
we ever seen a Bloodsport match?
Freudian slips. No, I haven't seen a Bloodsport match in NRW like that, or Rocky Mountain Pro. I have not, and that was pretty much a good testament to what one should look like. I firmly agree. Except for seeing Reyes and Wright on the side of ringside. They had plenty of other things that they had to be dealing with later on instead of, you know, adding.
Well, not so fast.
It just kept adding
not so fast,
all night long.
Not so fast about Reyes
Sorry.
and Wright, because the Lockett's championship match was decided by literally cease and desist.
That's the other. We hadn't even gotten there yet. I mean,
Correct.
This was a whole night long of, I don't want to hear this. Let's not make it about the law of. No, dude, you literally made sure that we have to. We have to do this.
Yeah.
I had to put a referee shirt on, which, by the way, rest in peace to the old school RNP ref shirt. Love it. I love the new purple and black, but I had to put my ref shirt on tonight just to remind myself to stay impartial, because everything about the masshole wanted to come on here and let you know why you are the problem. But I'm trying to keep myself nice and neutral tonight. But Preston, you have to understand that you made a lot of this about yourself, and we have to go through it one by one. It's very important that we do.
One by one. I think
we should
put a stamp on this right here, though. Those were two of the best athletes in RMP, putting on a hell of a show. And I think anyone who would be friends with any of those guys would be in great company.
You're talking about Ace and Santos, right?
Damon Ace and Marcio Santos.
I just had to make sure. Okay.
Well, let's talk about this dog collar match then.
Well, we should talk real quick. Before that, what we didn't touch on was something that we've dealt with before.
I'm just going down in order here.
No, but we missed when Damon decided to put a knee.
Oh, yes,
on
of course.
Rear-ending situation at the end of that.
Yeah.
That doesn't have anything to do with the. See, this is what happens. We start talking about the law office and we miss very, very crucial details because, Preston. So this is a very serious situation that's also coming up for Johnny, but that also happened in here. So we have to still be mindful. Not only is JK Pop coming out and kind of restoring order, but now Casanova's in a bad way. Very bad way. Caused by Damon Ace, which we didn't even know up to this point if it was like tough loving or if it was really just bullying. And I think we got our answer there.
Boy, did we. But yes, your tag team duo definitely had something to do with this Lock Gets title match, and I'm not one to be very partial on these situations. I tend to stay as down the middle as humanly possible with everything, regardless of my beef with anybody at RMP and such. But this one was a cease and desist, basically victory at this point. Even though Lola did pick up the win.
Cease and assist.
Huh.
I don't even know what
More
the
than
hell
an
you just
assist.
said, Preston.
He said a cease and desist assist. More like
It was more than it. They scored the damn goal. You give Lola the assist for like being in the ring at the same time. It's getting absurd. You want to take it, Lucas? Do you want to take the match?
Yeah.
Like I've take, like
you know. So we go into this matchup, and you got to think that Big Daddy Mo has the advantage if the law office stays out of it, right? We all, and we saw it. Big Daddy Mo was for about 75% of the match was physically dominating Lola with that chain. She had her multiple times. I mean, she had her in a. I was almost feeling bad for Lola at one point because Lola was getting strung up around the ring post with that dog collar, and I mean, she was pinned up against the turnbuckle. I thought that was it.
Horrifying.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes damn Cookie Wright and into the ring. He does his thing, and then we see Eric Reyes come with off the top rope with a frog splash. Hell, they got more offense in this matchup than Lola did, and
his thing, dude. Cookie came in the ring, grabbed 2 handfuls of Mo's hair, and yanked her to the canvas. She didn't even see it coming. And then Reyes with the splash.
Is that what you guys
What
saw?
is
that?
What do you
That's
mean?
what everybody saw.
What's on video? That's what
I saw were
happened.
two heroes not allowing such a vicious attack to happen.
Oh my!
This Big
It was
Daddy
a
Mo
match.
had a champion. She was choking the life out of her in the ring. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
No.
And
No.
what happened was
Welcome
Cookie
to a
and Eric
dog
went out
collar
there
match, Preston.
and valiantly
Yeah,
freed our champion from those ropes. Look, dog collar match aside, you don't have to choke the life out of someone. That's sick and disturbing. Frankly.
You have a
Sick
literal
and-
collar around
Lola
your
can
neck
tap.
to begin with.
And Lola can tap it in the match. What's the
She's a
problem?
champion and she would never
You could
tap.
throw
She
in
is
that. You could
fearless.
throw in that towel like you did with
We've
with Dylan.
seen that. Good call there.
I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
have
That's
to.
journalism extraordinaire.
That's valid.
I didn't have to.
Well, yeah.
No, that is complete. That was almost that was like 3-on-1, 4-on-1 kind of chicanery again. No, not this time. Not this one. There weren't 2 Valiant Hero. What were you watching? Deadpool versus Wolverine in the back? What were you watching? We were watching NRW. We were watching a Lockhead's title match.
You know what I was
That's not
watching?
too
You know what I was
valiant
watching?
What were you
I was
watching?
watching Lola Yara retain that title. And for that, I'm going to have a little victory drink right here.
That did end up happening because of things.
Because of Lola. I see you're in there, Lola. Don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Champion retained. That's all that matters here. Valiantly, by the way. Heroically. Against a dangerous dog.
Does the truth?
You're right
not
about
matter?
that. You're right
Does it-
about that. No, that's the only truth he told, is that Mo is a dangerous dog in that ring. Yeah, that's the only truth he
Yeah.
told.
He also did not lie
should-
that Lola is still the Lockheads champion, fortunately.
No, that's all. That's it.
Johnny Death Drop, the voice of reason.
Hate to say it, Preston. It's the only thing I agree with you out of the situation.
I can't.
I wouldn't be proud of that. I don't know, but
I can't.
Oh, don't worry. There's more because we got a tag team championship match to talk about right now. Chopper City going up against Cease and Desist. Your boys. Actually becoming the new Rocky Mountain Pro tag team champions in what I think could be a very much underdog victory, I guess you could say.
Century?
Yeah.
Heist of the century contender?
It can be too, but I mean,
heist of the year.
They were underdogs, man, in this match. You have to admit, they found a way to pull it out.
There is one thing.
Those who didn't, I believe the entire.
No. Finish your thought. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know.
Go ahead, Preston.
Go ahead.
Oh, it was only a heist, if you will, or a shock. I think we're saving our shocks for Shocktober, but it was only a shock for those who didn't believe or didn't see the truth of the matter that Cookie and Eric are the future. I saw this coming a mile away. No surprise whatsoever.
No, we had all seen that they are the future, and it's very apparent that they are going nowhere. They have chemistry for days. They have moves. They know each other. They know where they're going. Like they are forming into a nice molded team. Very, very young. Their XP bars are very, very high for their experience levels and how young they are. There's no doubt that they are going to be forces in the future, but I believe the word I used was 100% heist. Nobody was shocked. This was just a straight heist at the end of a great tables match. You can't take anything away from Cease and Desist in this match. This is all, this is on Preston. This one is Preston because Eric Reyes wasn't even awake when he didn't even know what was going on. I'm sorry, but this is the way that this is. But after such a great match, back and forth, Cookie Wright he is a mini boss. Am I allowed to say that? Chemistry, entertainment-wise, he has every bit of it. Man, he's got the look, he's got the moves. He flies around the ring just like Boss does, but he also has the big guy presence, and I love watching the kid. Reyes is also right on that same threshold. Like together, they're great, and they are like a like a present versus a younger, same very kind of team here. Very much, very, very fluid. Two singles guys that got together. And you see much the same back and forth action until we get to see, which was very cool at the same exact time, Cookie Wright and Boss going at it on the apron. They both fall through the table at the same time. So there's no clear winner there. They're both out. So here we keep going with Reyes and Atiba. And very, very shortly thereafter, Preston, I got to say, you were Johnny on the spot because Atiba come running around and put Reyes through that table in the corner, straight through it. The table bent right on top of him. But while Ref Eli was dealing with the carnage on the other side of the ring, Eric Reyes was very, very quickly and slinkily slid out of the ring, and the ref saw Atiba inside the table and rang the bell. And now our champions are Cease and Desist. And in their way, they did exactly what you said they would do. They would be the team that would come up and that they would shock. It is shocking to me that it's this early. But considering how it was done, I don't doubt it. But also, Lucas, this is still a gigantic threat to now that these kids can win any which way in any situation. You said it best, sir, and I have to give you the props that in a tables match like this, it is a very, like to summarize what you said, it's a big odds evener, which it was. It very much gave the odds to very, very level to 50-50. But Cease and Desist, with the confidence coming out of this as a champions now, this is very, very dangerous law office going forward.
Yep. I said it last week to you guys that I was a little bit worried when Boss and Atiba made the challenge that it was going to be a tables match. I told you guys that this doesn't necessarily favor Chopper City. I said that, and you know, give it up to Preston. He found a way. Yes, it's a heist, but it was damn intelligent. I'll tell you that. But I do want to ask a question to you, Maki, and I've got some questions for Eli. Eli's kind of been a little controversial over the past several months. He's had some controversial finishes, and there's been some controversy surrounding Eli.
There's been a lot of shenanigans on every corner. It seems like of almost every match that's out there.
Yeah. Do you call a finish?
So don't go your way. First you blame me, and then you start blaming the refs. This is fantastic.
He's asking the referee. I'm a trained referee.
Wait, say that again, Preston. Say that again, Preston.
Say it, me?
Yeah, yeah.
Look, a match doesn't go the way you like, Lucas, and if you can't find a reason to blame me, look, it's not my fault. Atiba.
No, we have 100 reasons.
But then the audacity, the refs. Maki Pins, you're a ref to question the refs in this match.
No.
Eli did his job. He was straight down.
He hasn't even asked the. He hasn't even asked the question.
This is ridiculous.
I didn't even ask the question.
He hasn't even asked the damn question.
Do you, Maki?
Where's your credentials, Lucas? No, the actual one. The actual one. Not that one.
That's
right there.
What more credentials do you want? These are the ones I wear.
It comes with paperwork, dude. It comes with paperwork.
The paperwork's filed. It's all digital. It's all electronic.
Right. It's 2025. There's no more paper now, dude.
Ask your question.
Like, it's all electronic.
Ask your question.
Okay, I'm going to ask the damn question. Maki, do you call
and fix your internet next time before you ask a question, please.
Do you call a finish that you do not see? He only assumed that Atiba went through the table. He didn't see it. Same thing now when you make a tag and you don't see it, you assume that the tag wasn't made, right?
More often than not, yes.
So does this still not apply? If you do not see the finish, do you just assume it, or do you have to question what actually happened? That's all I'm asking.
This is one of those points where you'd have to look and remember some of the two most important and underused words in the English language. Context matters. So if you're in a no DQ match, which a tables match is, and I am tending to either somebody hurt or something that is happening over here, I hear a table break and I look back over, I have to make the exact same call that Ref Eli did. Now, Preston, that does not mean that going back afterwards that I would look and shake your hand and say, wow, you got me. I'd probably leave a flaming bag of dog poo at your house. Not going to lie. Probably would do that. All right. But in a no DQ match, I feel like Eli used the judgment that you should use to trust your eyes. Now, in a traditional match, there wouldn't be that table situation. You would have the moment where you actually see the pinfall. And sometimes we've noticed, and it's happened to me, it's happened to every referee, you don't see the action of the person coming in and like cookie writing people and then Eric Reyesing people. I'm just going to call it that from now. Law officing people. Actually, that's what I should call it from now on. You don't see when somebody else gets law officed and then they end up losing that match because it was an all of a sudden very sudden 4-on-1. But in the no DQ scenario, it sucks because having hindsight is 20/20, like always, right? Looking back saying, oh, I wouldn't have made that call. In the moment of watching that, I think that way. What would I have done? And I can honestly not say that I would have done anything different than Eli did. That he did make, in the moment, with the context he had, he did make the right call. This is on upper management and on upper management to fix the scenario of high profile championship situations involving certain persons where there should be a second referee at ringside. That is a petition that I have made, that I know other referees have made at times. These are things that we wish would happen with certain habitual line steppers. People are just always stepping on that line. You're a habitual line stepper, Preston.
I'm out there all the time. I love the rules. I'd be more than happy to help the refs keep it, straight now. Keep it on straight now.
Well, you can't do that because now you have a biased opinion. You are a person who has a cent in the nickel of a match. You do not have a unbiased opinion ever. So that doesn't work.
That's actually not a bad rule change. I mean, we did hear that D'Lo and Yaden are going to be switching up the rules a bit the coming weeks. Maybe that should be implemented in the new rules that high-profile championship matches must have a second referee.
I would like to get with the referee crew because they're there in the ring, but I get to watch a lot of it here on the other side. I think we need to hook up in a conference call and kind of group each other up. Maybe Yaden or D'Lo could sit in and we could all bounce some ideas off of each other at some point.
I would like that. It along because
I would like that.
I'll pass it along. Don't you worry about it. You don't need to contact them. I will pass that along. I've already offered them a few things in regards to the rules, whether or not they take it. I can't say that. But, I'll make sure
as a
they hear that one, for sure.
Even though we're not out there a lot in Rocky Mountain Pro, I do get to be a special guest ref, and I would still like to stay up to date on the rules. So, if there is that kind of situation, I would like to be involved. So I'll reach out to them, and we'll set up a time to have a video call, or we'll talk at some point. We'll talk.
Is it just me, or Preston being involved in the rules making is like Tom Brady being a part of the NFL rules committee? Is that just me?
Hey.
Wow.
That doesn't bother me. I'm not a Pat. I don't care about the Pats. I know that pisses John off, though. I know that pisses John off. Any Tom Brady joke pisses John off.
Don't talk down to the goal like that, sir.
Look, all I know is I got 2 wins in a row, so I'm going to make this a double.
You know what? Why don't you enjoy yourself, sir? You got a little bit of time left to enjoy it, so you might as well.
All right.
Karma comes for us all.
So it turns out that your newly crowned tag team champions already have a number 1 contender, and that is the Reckless. As they make their triumphant return in the Fatal 4-Way tag match for the number 1 contendership. For those titles, I believe we had Enrique and Calderon and Stanley Logan. We had PCE, of course, Pretty City Express, and Two Dame and Briscoe. So
we look pretty good with each other. He would have a black cat. He would absolutely have a black cat. He would have a black cat. That makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
So how is Eric Reyes and Cookie Wright preparing for this showdown with Team Reckless in the near future?
I just want to say that I actually enjoyed that whole match. All of the competitors in that match, all of the tag teams. I don't think anyone here, I know I'm supposedly controversial, I don't think anyone here will argue that I think RMP's tag team division is on the rise. There is a lot of tag teams out there. I personally can speak for both Cookie and Eric in saying we look forward to defending those titles.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was not going to stay like this the entire show. I knew somebody was coming. There he is. There he is.
Yeah, you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Hey, sir. How are you? Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, Marky, give us a call. D'Lo and I are supposed to meet up. We're going to do a conference call, actually, on Sunday. So I would like you to be involved with that, because you're one. I don't care what Skidmore says. You're one of our guys. You're someone that I would like to talk about these rules as we kind of go over all this. So I just wanted to pop in real quick and just sitting here getting some things set up with the stream and some rearranging and So I put it in the YouTube chat. Didn't know if you saw it, but just wanted to.
No, usually I keep an eye on Twitch on my phone, but thank you. So no, I appreciate that.
Yeah, sure.
No, just
give
me the message and I'll be there. We'll have a good time. We'll talk.
Yeah, it'll be me, you, Eli, D'Lo, and Alex. And I might even try to reach out to Alice Lane and see where she can kind of give some of her expertise as
It's good
well.
to see her back for the show. It was good to see the
we want to make sure that we get these rules have been kind of a difficult thing to manage for years because they've kind of changed and we've had things in and out. And you know, when Vince was here at one point, we kind of moved some stuff around. So, you know, you're a very valued voice here, especially when it comes to the rules and officiating, and much more valued than Preston and his made-up book that you saw. D'Lo and I noticed was a complete fabrication of the rules that he had to go change. Notice you haven't seen this book.
Terrible.
Then we pulled him in there. If you'd have seen it, dude, you'd have laughed hysterically. But then you would have stopped laughing when you realized how much he's used fake rules to get advantage for himself. We're doing our best to stay on top of that.
You okay, Preston?
You didn't know all the rules.
So we're gonna make sure. I don't think I ever said I didn't know all the rules. I said people are confused about them. So we're gonna make sure that there's no more confusion. Things have shifted at times. We just got to make sure whichever rules we want are in place, that are understood by everybody. And then if there's any older rules that might still be in question, that we either keep them or we make sure that people know that they are no longer active. So we'll try to get all that hammered out by Sunday.
Perfect.
And Preston, would you like us to give you a call to include you on this conversation?
You know, I would love that. I'd love to learn all these.
I'm glad you love it because it's not what we're going to do. So you will not be involved in this conversation, but we will get back with you and we will ensure that we let you know what's going on. We'll give you an official book that you can carry around with you. We'll put the Rocky Mountain Pro logo on there. We'll give Preston his own official book with that M on it that we've all reviewed and studied, and we'll brief you on the situation. I mean, actually, you know what? It probably isn't fair, Lucas, that I don't include him in the conversation. Would you agree, Preston?
Including Lucas in this situation?
No, I told Lucas that it's probably not fair that I don't include you in this conversation. It would be fair to have you there.
What?
Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
He's asking you.
He's asking you, Preston, if you, yeah. I think he's thinking.
I think he's
you
thinking
got him.
about it.
Wait, he's buffering.
I think it would only be fair if I was there.
Okay. No, he's right, Lucas, which is why I'm still not going to do it. So we'll make sure we get the information to you, though. It would be fair to get the information. You're going to do
that?
what?
That would be fair.
Thank you. I appreciate the thoughtfulness.
No, we'll do it with you anyway. I know you guys are on crunch time. Sorry, Johnny. I just wanted to pop in and let Marky know to get a hold of us on Sunday. We'll plan the time. I give you the time here, but you know, certain reasons probably wouldn't be a great idea. You know what, Lucas? We're going to call you too, and we're going to get you involved as far as discussing all of this because I think the journalists should definitely be involved. And then you can do the report. You can report it.
I can report it. Yes. Yes.
You can actually do your job, Lucas. That a boy.
Yeah, there and Preston, we will have Lucas report this to you. So, and if I need you to listen to Lucas, his word will be law at that point. So you're just going to have to kind of sit, not say anything, and just listen.
Oh, look at you, Lucas. A promotion in order. That a boy. How about that?
The official reporter of Rocky Mountain Pro.
Hey.
Yeah. You guys, hey, Preston, as always, it is great to see you. And I want to apologize to everybody for lying, and we'll see you guys next time because it's not great to see you at all. Take care, guys.
That's what I thought he might have been saying, but there's some words from Mercury. That'll be a very interesting call. It'll be important.
Lucas with the promotion, baby. How about that?
You know, Lucas, on those rules over to Slade, she can hand them off to me. We don't have to have
Well, you might not get them on time. She'll be too busy making out with Enrique while she's trying to report. So.
Yaden knows that. That's why he trusted Lucas with being the information distributor. That's why he trusted him, and he'll take care of it. That's what he does.
I take this job very seriously, dude.
Your whole job is information in one sense, either giving it or receiving it or distributing all kinds of old stuff. Doesn't matter.
Well, we do have a main event to talk about. One that doesn't involve a law office victory, but a law office defeat, as you did lose a title last Friday. Johnny Casanova versus Dylan Anderson versus Kevin Koa. Was that?
Is this the last match?
This is
I think
this is the last.
We got
one.
enough time. We got enough time. Yeah.
Just enough time, actually. Fellas, your thoughts on the NRW Championship match? And a shocking end, I do say so myself.
Well, we got a shocking beginning too. Like this was the big one. This is where it all culminated at the end of the night. This was D'Lo coming out. It seemed like every competitor came out with pretty much every one of his buddies, because everybody's starting to get hip to this now, Preston. You started this trend, and now everybody's getting hip to it. And D'Lo Brown can't take it no more. Throws 9 guys out of ringside, man. And 9 guys and a woman. Lola had to get the hell out of Dodge, too. So everybody had to get out of there. So we just had the 3 competitors. We had Kevin Cole, we had Johnny Casanova, we got Dylan Anderson, and we finally got our match. Casanova is in a wicked bad way. His knee is destroyed 9 ways to Sunday. And in the beginning, it's not good. They take advantage of it. Dylan Anderson and Cole are working together. Smart. Got to say, it's smart. They're trying to get rid of one competitor, and then the 2 of them can deal with it. You get the wild card out of the situation, not Anaya, but Johnny Casanova in this moment. You get him out of there, now the 2 of them can take their chance. That's exactly what ended up happening. Casanova had to be helped to the back by a few people. His knee was so torn up that he couldn't even stand on it in the front. D'Lo Brown was getting looked at in the back. They were all checking it out. But while that's happening, Dylan Anderson and Kevin Koa are putting on a gem in the ring. They are just beating the hell out of each other in every which way that they do it. Dylan Anderson backing down nothing. Kevin Koa just moving straight forward. This is both of these guys. Both of these guys illustrating what they do best in this match is just keep moving forward. Kevin Koa seemed to get a little bit of the better of the action. I'd say, if anything, it'd be like 60-40 if you kind of look back. But Dylan Anderson, the chops that he was laying in and some of the moves and some of the action. So we got a great match kicking. We've had a couple very near falls. And then Johnny Casanova comes back out with the chair. So he was never eliminated out of the match. And Lucas, you even said it. I was listening to your commentary, wondering if you guys had gotten word on whether Johnny was coming back or not, but nobody gave any information. Then the next thing you know, he's back, and he comes back with the chair. And then that's when kind of all hell broke loose. After the chair gets interjected, Johnny doesn't get hit with it just yet until Dylan Anderson kind of comes up, whacks him in the leg with a few times. Then Damon Ace comes out with Tori at the time. Kevin Koa has just gotten destroyed on the side. Anderson is holding Casanova. Now, you guys were there. We all saw it. This is where somebody would put their tinfoil hat on right now. No, Preston, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Coastal Crusader. He would come out with his tinfoil hat on right now. But Damon Ace, we're just going to talk about what actually happened. Damon Ace came out with Tori. And I don't know. You can make your own interpretation. Did he swing at Johnny Casanova? Or did he swing at Dylan Anderson and Casanova got out of the way? Not quite sure, but all I do know is Casanova got out of the way, uppercutted Damon in both of the aces. He had pocket aces on that elbow, and then turned right back around and pinned Dylan Anderson. And Johnny Casanova, through hell, high water, getting absolutely screwed over 2-3 times in his number 1 contenders matches, climbs the mountain. JK Pop is now your tag team champion. They are on top right now, not even in the tag team division. But you have to call them the greatest tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro right now. You have to. Not only did they win tag team gold before and they're the longest reigning, now they each have a singles championship. It is something that, Lucas, I don't think any tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro has done. Won the tag team titles, held them for X amount, and then won individual gold. This is unprecedented. This is JK Pop proven they are the best tag team in Rocky Mountain Pro right now with the most experience. And This still has a lot of questions later with Damon Ace and stuff.
All right, guys.
But to hell with that for now. JK Pop, Johnny Casanova riding high.
Lucas,
Yeah, really
make
quick.
it quick.
I'll make it quick, 30 seconds. I will tell you.
Sorry, I lost track of time. I'm sorry.
That was one of the gutsiest. Yeah, that was one of the gutsiest performances I've ever seen out of Johnny Casanova. Regardless of whatever victory, willed himself, found a way, and congratulations to Johnny Casanova. Must have been a kind of a bitter sweet night for you, Preston.
Congratulations to the tag.
No comment. Okay.
Okay.
Congratulations to the tag team of champions. Okay. Congratulations.
All
A lot
right.
of those titles tight for us.
There you go.
All right, ladies.
Impressed you actually
Okay.
said that.
Okay. We are running very short on time. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a hard send off, but Charge is airing literally in 30 seconds. Head on over to youtube.com/@RMP Wrestling. If you're on Twitch, go there. If somebody can post it in chat, that's a mod. Please post the link. Send them over to YouTube because Charge is airing in literal seconds. And Preston, we appreciate you hopping on, spend some time. And
I would say it was enjoyable.
I appreciate the kind words.
fair.
All right, YouTube and Rumble. Well, actually, YouTube, when we sign off, just stay there. Hop on the Charge. Rumble, head over to YouTube. Twitch, we're going to be rating you guys out, but for those who want to watch Charge, head over to YouTube. We will see you guys on Sunday for the actual review of Charge and an episode of the Rewind on Sunday. That's the plan. All right, guys. As always, stay safe, stay classy. We'll